G'day, Scotty Cam here. Now, everybody has a welcome doormat at their front door, and everybody's got the same one. So I thought I'd give you guys the opportunity to make a timber doormat. And it's got gaps in between, so when you wipe your feet, the mud goes in between. And all you got to do when you want to clean it is pick it up, give it a hose, and put it back. It's going to be easy, and it's going to be fantastic. Okay, now I have squared all these up to the exact same length and given square ends on my drop saw behind me here, but you can get the bloke at the timber yard to do exactly the same thing. So when you bring the timber home, it's all ready to go. Next step here is I'm going to sand all these down before I mark out for drilling my holes. Okay, I've sanded down all my timbers. Now I've got to mark out for the holes that I'm going to be drilling to take the rope. I'm going to come in 100 mil on each side. Then I'm going to centre the line up as well, so the hole I'm drilling is right in the centre of each piece of timber, so it all matches up. Okay, I've got my line down each end. Now I need to centre that up. The width of this timber here is 42 mil. I've set my combination square on 21, of course, half of 42. And then I simply just put it against the edge and put a little cross mark there to give me centre line. And that's exactly where we're going to be drilling. And that way all the holes are going to match up. All right, I've got a drill bit in my drill, and I've chosen this drill because it's a little bit bigger in diameter than the rope that I'm using. I've measured that out. Now, it is important because we are staining this job here and they're going to be very close together. It's going to be difficult to get in on the inside faces of the timber. So before the rope goes on, put them all together like this. We'll stain this whole face here, roll it over, do the same, roll it over, do the same, do that 4 times, and then the whole thing is stained. And when you are using stain, remember to put on the old latex gloves. Otherwise, you've got stain on your hands for days. Okay, this has all been sanded down, it's all been stained, the holes have been drilled. Now we've got our rope, and what we need to do is get enough out and get some excess so don't get into trouble because we've got knots in between each gap. So I'm going to almost do double. I've got my little snips here and I'll cut that off there. First thing I'm going to do is put a knot in this end. And then we thread from this end. That goes all the way up to that knot. Then we do another knot. Okay, we're on our last knot to get this through. Just tighten that up through there. Now, I'm going to trim this off. And it's a good idea to have a cigarette lighter here. Just light that up so it doesn't fray in the future. And I've also done that to the piece I was threading and made a nice point so it threaded through nicely. You just do that, blow it out, and if your fingers are tough enough, you can just smooth it off like that. And there you go, the maple doormat. Everybody that comes to your house is going to love this, and they're going to love you for building it.